Hi everyone, today we're going to be working on our full body in our Pilates session today. So all you need is a mat and a little bit of space. So we're just going to start with our feet hip distance apart and we're going to just find our center of balance. So we're just going to start with letting those shoulders relax, letting that chin just lift up and just taking a breath in and then breathing out through the mouth. On your next breath in, you're just going to rise up onto your toes, breathing in, holding, and then on your breath out, slowly drop those heels back down. Breathing and lifting up onto the toes, lifting those heels high, engaging the glutes, engaging the core, and then slowly dropping back down. Got two more, breathing in, lifting up onto the toes, squeezing the glutes. And then breathing out, relax it back down. We've got one more like this, breathing in, we're going to hold it up here this time. Holding the balance, engaging the glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you breathe out, relax those heels down. Nice. We're going to just relax those shoulders there. We're going to take our hands onto our hips. If you don't like that, you can relax them down. They just might get in the way a little bit. We're going to take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, we're going to take our way over to our left side and we're going to lift our right knee up. And then on your next breath out, slowly drop down. Breathing in, lifting the knee. And breathing out, drop it down. Remember, if you want, you can hold on to something just to start with the balance. And slowly drop down. We've got one more like this. Breathing in, lifting up. And slowly drop down. Moving over to the other side. We're keeping that weight through the right hip this time. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to lift that left knee up. Pause at the top. And then breathe out, relax it down. Breathing in, lifting up. So the balance exercises are really good because it's going to allow you to warm up those little stabilizing muscles. Got two more. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, relax it down. Last one. Breathing in, lifting up. And relax it down. We're going to come over to that first side again. So we're standing onto that left side. This time we're going to come into a little bit more of an advanced move. So if you do find that it was too hard that way, make sure you do have a wall next to you so you've got your support. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to bring our right knee back up towards our hip. And as you breathe out this time, instead of placing it down, we're going to place it behind us. We're going to bend down into a little lunge. As you breathe out, lifting back up, and then we're going to bring that right knee back up to hip height. Breathing out, take it back. Breathing in, place it down, bending down into our lunge. Breathing out, rising up, and bring the left knee back. Nice, coming back with that right foot, dropping down into that lunge as you breathe in. Breathe out, lifting back. One more like this, lifting up with the knee. Remember, you can hold on, pulling up through our left hip. Take it all the way back. Coming into our lunge here. We're going to hold it here, keeping that chest up. We're going to do little pulses in the lunge for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rise it up. Swapping sides, that leg should be feeling a little bit warmer now. Standing onto our right side, pulling up through our right hip. Hands are still on the hip, relaxing the shoulders. Taking a breath in, bringing our left knee up this time. Breathing out, take it behind. On your next breath in, lunging down. Breathe out, lifting up. Breathe in, lift the knee. Breathe out, take the foot back. Breathing in, come into your lunge. Breathing in, lifting up. control it back. So you're keeping everything stable, you're not letting those hips twist. Lifting back up, lifting the knee. Take it all the way back. Got one more like this. Coming down into our lunge, keeping the chest high. Breathing out, lifting up. Last one, bringing the knee up high. Take the leg all the way back. Little pulses as we come down here. Pausing, pulsing up and down our lunge for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on your next breath out, rising back up. Bring those feet together there. We're going to just take our feet hip distance apart. Toes are going to be facing forwards. We're going to take a breath in. Reach those hands to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, we're going to lean over to the right side. On your next breath out, up and over to the left side. We're just opening out the muscles into the sides there, giving everything a little wake up. Bring it back into the middle and relax the arms down. So this one you'll need a little bit more space on your side to sides. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and we're going to have our toes slightly turned out. We're going to relax our shoulders down. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're coming into a squat, and we're going to raise our arms to shoulder height. As you breathe in, we're going to rise up onto that right foot and lift our left knee. Breathing out, place the foot down, coming back into our squat. Breathe in, lift up the right knee. Relax the hands down. Coming over again, coming into that squat, breathing out. Breathing in, lifting up. So you don't have to go into a deep squat. If you do have problematic knees or a sore lower back, you can just do a little bend. And coming up. Placing the foot down, coming into that squat. Coming all the way back up, bringing that knee up high. We've got two more. And up. Relaxing the shoulders, keeping the core engaged. Squatting down. Squeezing up into that right hip as we lift the left knee. And last one, bending down. And lifting up that right knee. Nice. Placing the foot down. We're going to come just in front of our mat here. We're going to take a breath in. Lift the hands to the ceiling. We're going to link the hands up. We're going to pull them in front of the chest. We're going to draw up our chin to our chest, and we're just going to reach those arms away from us. So you should be getting a stretch just around where your shoulder blades are, around your rib cage. As you breathe out, the hands are going to come back up to the ceiling. They're going to circle all the way back and around towards our lower back. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. We're going to push our chest forwards and lift our chin towards the ceiling. You should be opening up your shoulders here. If you do want a little bit more of a stretch, you can drop the chin to the chest, lean over the top of the legs, and get a bigger stretch through the chest. Either way, you should be getting that. Holding here for a few more breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And on your next breath out, either releasing the hands or curling up and then releasing the hands. Give your shoulders a roll out. We're going to have our feet staying as they are. We're going to relax our shoulders. We're going to take a breath in, reach the hands up to the ceiling. Last time. And then as you breathe out, we're going to roll down here. So we're going to tuck our chin into our chest. We're going to peel through the spine. Let the arms hang nice and heavy. Let the head relax in towards the chest. Pausing here. And then if you need to, we're going to bend our knees so our hands place down onto the mat. We're going to start walking our hands about a meter away from our toes. So we're coming into that downward dog position. You should be pressing that weight through the heels of the hands. Our chin is tucked into our chest and our hips are the highest point. Our heels will be slightly lifted. We're going to bend our right knee and drop our left heel into the ground or the mat. And then as you breathe out, swapping sides. So think about just little steps with those heels, pressing the left heel down as you breathe out again, going at your own pace. Keeping the weight through the hands, pushing through the shoulders, coming over to that right side again. Nice. Coming back up with those heels. Here is your first alternative, so if you need to, we're going to come into our plank position here. If you find that the plank is just too difficult, drop down onto your knees. We're maintaining those relaxed shoulders. And you're coming into that full plank. We're going to rise up into that plank. We're going to bring our left foot up into the ceiling. And as you breathe out, we're going to bring the left knee into the right elbow. Breathing out, lengthen away. Going for the opposite side, lifting that right foot up. Breathing in, pull it into the right elbow. Breathe out, lengthen away. So if you're on your knees, breathing in, you're going to pull that left knee in. And then breathe out, bring it back. Coming over to that right knee, coming over to the left elbow, and bring it back. We've got a few more of these, bringing up that left foot, breathing out, pull it around to that right elbow, and back. So you will have a slight rotation. Bringing that right foot up, breathing out, rotate, and back. Lifting up the left, rotate, breathe out, bring it back. Lifting up that right, rotate, and back. One more on each side. Relax the shoulders, and back. Last one, and back. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and as you breathe out, drop those knees down, sit back onto the heels and lengthen those arms out. Relax the head, relax the neck, and just walk those fingertips out. You should be feeling a little bit warmer now. From here, we're just going to come back up into our 4-point kneeling. And we're going to come into a little bit of glutes here. So hands coming underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath our hips. We're going to start lifting up our right side. So we're going to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to keep our core strong, keep our hips straight. And we're going to lengthen that right leg away. We're going to hold it here. And we're going to draw little circles with that foot. Going one way for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reversing the movement for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to pause, making sure that we're not transferring our weight over to our left side. We're maintaining that strong core. We're going to bend our right knee. We're going to have our foot up to the ceiling. We're thinking of that ceiling resting on the foot. We're going to pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Just below hip height. We're going to turn that knee out to the right side. And we're going to pull it in towards our right elbow. So we're going to breathe in, pull it in. As you breathe out, you're going to kick it away. Breathing in, pull it in, and kick. Breathing in, pull it in, and kick. Take it in, and kick. We got 3 more. Breathing out, kick. And 2, and 1. Kick it away, hold it here. We're going to take that foot out to the outside, about a 45-degree angle, keeping that strong core, pause it onto the floor. We're going to lift it back up and we're doing little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up, hold it here. We're going to hold that leg out to the side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep it back to where we started, pausing here. If you want that advanced move, we're lifting the left arm up and we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you breathe out, bring it all the way back in. You can give that left hip a little rub if you need to. We're coming over to the other side. So we're having our weight through our right knee this time, making sure our hips aren't twisting. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out this time, that left leg is going to lengthen away. We're holding it here and we're going to draw little circles at hip height for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going the opposite way for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up here. Little pulses to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing here, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, bending that left knee, foot up to the ceiling, pulsing it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause it here. That knee slightly drops down, it turns out to the left side. Bringing that left knee in towards the elbow, breathe out, kick it away. Breathing in, slowly take it in. Breathe out, kick. Slowly take it in and kick. Slowly in. Breathe out, kick. Last one. Keep the core strong and kick. Hold it here. We're taking that leg out towards the left side, about a 45-degree angle, pulsing up and down just off the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, take it behind, keeping it just out of that hip line, pausing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back to hip height if you want, lifting that right hand up, and we pause for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way back in, place the knee back down. We're going to sit back onto those heels, just stretch everything out, knees coming apart, feet coming together. Walk the hands out and drop the head down. Nice. From here, we're just going to come up onto our knees. We're going to take our hands onto our hips. We're just going to take our right foot forwards. We're going to take both hands over towards the side of the big toe, and we're just going to lean forwards and give our hips a little stretch out there. So we shouldn't have our knee in front of our big toe. If that is, just wiggle the foot forwards. We're just going to hold it here, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck, and just opening out that left hip there. Pausing here for a few more breaths. And then when you're ready, we're going to take our right hand. You can either use the hand or the elbow, and you're just going to push the knee outwards. So you're coming slightly to the outside of your right foot, and you should feel that just opening out the muscles around the hip joint. As you breathe out, bring it back in. We're going to pull that right knee all the way back, and we're going to swap sides. So we're going to bring that left foot in front, hands next to the big toe on that left side, lean forward and stretch through those hips. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders, getting a few nice big breaths in here. Remember, if it's not enough, bring your foot a little bit more forward, let your hip drop down. Should be feeling it through the front of your right hip this time. And then when you're ready, either taking your elbow or your hand and pushing that knee out towards the left side. Nice, bringing that hand all the way back down. We're going to come into that 4-point kneeling position for the last time. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to tuck the chin to the chest and lift the ribcage nice and high. As you breathe out, we're going to go the opposite movement. Our lower back is dropping down, our chin is lifting. We're going to walk those hands, making sure they're underneath these shoulders. We're going to curl up underneath the toes. You're going to breathe out, push up into that downward dog. Pausing here for a second as you breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to transfer that weight either into your full plank or your half plank. Pause here, breathe out, push it back. Breathing in, breathe out, bring it back to your plank, either on the knees or full. Take a breath in, breathe out, push it back. Breathing in, press through the heels of the hands. Breathe out, bring it back into your plank. So you should be feeling this having to work your shoulders a lot more, obviously core as well. Coming all the way back. We've got 2 more sets. Coming back into that plank. Pushing all the way back. The last one, we're going to hold this one for 20 seconds. So we're going to come down and we're going to hold. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck. If you need to, you can drop your knees down. If it's too much on the hands, you can come onto the elbows as well. Making sure that your shoulders aren't lifting up towards your ears. We've got 10 seconds left for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down onto your knees. We're going to sweep those legs round, coming into sitting. We're going to take the soles of our feet together. Let our knees drop apart. Take a breath in here. We're just going to let those knees bob up and down. As you breathe out, try and keep the legs nice and still. We're going to lean forwards and just open those hips out. If you want extra pressure, you're going to take your elbows to the insides of your knees and just push a little bit more forwards here. That'll just increase the stretch around the hips. And then when you're ready, as you breathe out, coming all the way back up. We're going to stay in our sitting position. We're going to take our feet just hip distance apart. And we're going to take our hands in front. So we're going to come into a V or a teaser. We're going to take a breath in here. We're going to rock ourselves slightly back. If you do have a sore back and this is probably too much for you, take your hands just behind your lower back into this position. Or you can alternatively just keep your feet on the ground for this exercise. So we're taking a breath in. We're rolling halfway down. We're going to feel that core engagement. Relax the shoulders, and as you breathe out, you're lifting one foot into tabletop, and then the other foot lifts up. So you want to find that balance point onto the hips. We're just going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need a rest, place those feet down or take the hands behind the back. If not, we're going to continue. We're going to lengthen one leg up to the ceiling. Breathing in, breathe out, relax it down. Breathing in, lengthen one leg up, bring it back to your 90 degrees. And lift, and back, and lift, and back. Relax the shoulders, maintaining that strong core. If you're not feeling the core by now, rock a little bit further back. Remember, hands can come back for extra support. If you are doing that, make sure the shoulders aren't taking over. You're keeping the shoulder blades squeezed back. Lifting up and back. We've got 3 more. And 2. And 1. Hold it here. If you can, knees are going to be bent. Harder option, legs are straight. We pause for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back up into sitting. We're just going to straighten those legs out in front of us. We're just going to give that lower back a stretch. Reach the hands to the ceiling as you breathe in, sitting onto the sit bones. And as you breathe out, leaning forwards over the top. And relax the head. Getting that stretch through the lower back down into the hamstrings. You can either hold on to your feet. If you pull your toes up to the ceiling, that's going to increase the stretch. If you've got a towel nearby, you can wrap the towel around the foot and use a towel to get extra stretch as well. Or you can just hold on to the ankles or the calves. Nice. From here, we're going to stay into that sitting position. We're going to reach our arms up. We're going to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to tuck our chin into our chest. And we're going to slowly peel ourselves halfway down. And then breathe out, lift it back up. So if you do have issues with the back, you can bend the knees. And you're just breathing in, rocking halfway. Breathe out, bring it back. We've got 1 more like this. Breathing in, rock halfway. Breathe out, bring it back. On the next one, we're going to breathe in, rock halfway, hold it here. We're going to open our right arm and twist to the right. And then breathe out, sweep it back in. Staying down, we're going to come over to the left. And bring it back in. Take a breath in here. Breathe out, lift it back up. Breathing in, rock halfway down. Open that right arm. Breathing in, return. Breathing out, open the left. Bring it back. And squeezing up. If you're not feeling your core, make sure you're rocking far enough down. You should feel your core have a little shake before you start. Last one, breathing in, open the right arm. Bring it back. And last one. Left arm opening. Breathe out, bring it back. And curling up here. We're going to take our knees and just bend them slightly up if you haven't already. We're going to place our hands behind our back so our fingers are facing towards our hips. And we're just going to start with our easy option. So our hands should be about 1.5 hand width away from us. We're going to take a breath in and we're going to bend our elbows, keeping our shoulder blades down. As you breathe out, you're going to lift back up. Breathing in, we're going to bend the elbows and breathe out, lifting back. Breathing in, bending the elbows and back. So we're working into the back of the arms, into our triceps. This is your first option. Just go for a few more like this. Your second option, if you want more advanced, you're going to lift your hips up off the ground. And you're going to bend down, tap the hips as you bend the elbows, and then lift back up. Breathing in, bend the elbows, let the hips drop down. Breathe out, lift it back. So you've got a little bit more body weight here, bending down and squeezing back up. The further out your legs are when you're doing this, the harder the exercise will be because you're stabilizing a bit more through your core. And up. We've got 2 more. Breathing in and breathe out, squeezing up. Last one. And squeezing up. Letting those hips drop down as you breathe out. If they were up, we're just going to let ourselves gently roll onto our back. And we're going to come lying onto the mat there. So we're letting our head drop down here. We're going to take our heels together. We're relaxing the neck and the shoulders, tilting the pelvis back and forth and feeling where that little bubble is underneath our lower back. So our knees are going to be out slightly, our heels are going to be together, relaxing the arms down, relaxing the shoulders, and as you breathe out, we're going to press through the heels and we're going to lift those hips up, coming into a bridge. Making sure our hips are even, holding at the top. And then as you breathe out, slowly relax it down. Breathing in, pause. Breathe out, lifting back up. Squeeze the glutes. And slowly drop down. If this is easy enough for you, you can go onto your single legs. So you're still keeping that foot turned out. You're going to lift your left knee up. You're going to breathe out, push up, keeping equal pressure in the hips, and then breathe in, slowly drop down. If that's too much on the knee, you can turn the foot slightly more to face the center, and back. Breathe out, squeezing up, and back. Thinking of that spine moving one by one, we're not just dropping everything down. We've got two more if you're doing your single legs. And back. Last one. Everybody pausing at the top here. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it down. If you are on your single legs, you're going to swap legs. If you're staying on your doubles, just stay as you are. We're going to lift that right foot up this time. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift that hips up, pressing through our left foot, and breathe in, relax it down. Breathe out, squeezing up, and relax it down. Rolling through the spine, the hips lift up first as you breathe out, and then you come up into that full bridge and relax it down. Two more, breathing out, squeezing up and down. Last one, we're going to hold up here for everybody and pulsing up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out, relax it down there. Keeping the feet on the ground, we're going to take a breath in, keeping that neutral spine, a little bubble under our back as you breathe out, lifting the right foot up and then the left foot up. If that is too much, you can stay with the left foot down and just focus on your right foot for the first half. We're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to lengthen our right leg away. Closer it is to the ground, the harder to maintain the strong core, and then bring it back in. If you've got both legs up, you can alternate. So breathing out, lengthen the left leg, and bring it back. This is your second option. First option is having one foot on the floor. Your third option, hands are going to come behind your ears. We're going to tuck the chin to the chest. And as you breathe in, you're going to lengthen your right leg away. And then breathe out, let it return. Breathing in, lengthen the left. And return. Lengthen the right. And return. And lengthen, keeping that strong back. Not letting your back start to lift up. If it does, lift your legs slightly higher. Last one. And return. Let those feet drop down if you need to. If you are on one foot, you're just going to lift up the other leg this time. We're going to get into that position again, finding that nice lower back position. We're going to bring our right foot up into tabletop and then our left foot. If you want to make that trickier, that chin is going to lift up as well. You're going to take a breath in, lengthen the right leg away, and breathe out, return. Breathing in, lengthen the left, and return. Nice. Lengthen away, and return. If you want to make it even trickier for the last couple, you can go for your double leg extensions, and return. So The further your legs are to the ground, the harder it is for your back to maintain the position. Lengthen away as you breathe in. Breathe out, return. You've got 2 more, which whatever move you're doing. Last one. And bring it in. Bring those knees in for a cuddle. Give the back a roll out there. And then we're just going to rock ourselves back up to in sitting as you breathe down, lifting all the way up. We're going to come over towards our 4-point kneeling position. We're just going to tuck the chin to the chest. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to bring our back up to the ceiling again. Coming in towards that angry and happy cat. Breathing out. Drop the chest and lift the chin. Last exercise we're going to do today is just a little bit on the lower back and strengthening. So we're just going to lower ourselves to the mat, onto our tummy. We're going to take our hands just underneath our forehead. We're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to squeeze our glutes and we're going to lift our head up. As you breathe back in, you relax back down. If you want to make it a little bit more advanced, you can lift the legs up as well. So you're going to breathe out, lift both up together, and then slowly relax it down. Breathing out, lifting up together. Slowly relax it down. Squeezing up, squeeze the glutes. So we're targeting through the lower back. And down. On the next one, if you can, we're going to hold it here. We're going to reach those arms out just a little bit further. And we're going to either pulse the legs up and down, pulse the hands up and down, or we're going to do both. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. We're going to pull our elbows back to our hips as you breathe out. Lift the head up and breathe in, relax. Breathe out, squeezing up. Our legs are going to stay as they are, either on the ground or just hovering. And squeeze and back. We've got 4 more. Breathe out, squeeze and back. And 3, squeeze and back. Last 2, breathe out, squeeze and back. Last one, hold it here. Squeeze those elbows back. We're going to pause for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it down. Coming onto your elbows or your hands, we're going to push up into that back extension. Lifting the chin, stretching through the tummy. Pausing here. Take a breath in. Breathing out, relax it down. We're going to push back onto our knees. Walk those hands back under. Take a breath in here. Tuck the chin to the chest. Breathe out. Press through those heels for the last time into that downward dog. Walking our feet and our hands in together. Pausing down here. Drawing little circles with those arms. Letting the head hang heavy. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders. And then on your next breath out, letting those arms start to come nice and still. Rolling through the spine, squeezing the glutes. Letting the head be that last thing to lift up. Give the shoulders a roll out, reach the hands to the top. Lifting up as high as you can, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, relax the hands down. Give the shoulders a roll, and you are done.